just like Buddy Holly. Whoa, and I married Tyler Moore. Wait, no, that's not the lyrics. Don't care about that. I don't care about that. Yeah, enough of that. Anyways, I'm finally gonna do an intro. Welcome to Jake Talks. That was a little bit of Buddy Holly, and I can play that because I have to comment about it. That is a good song. I do like the chord progression. The lyrics, although somewhat repetitive, the most rock songs are. It is quite a good song. I can play music as long as I commentary. Because if it's not commentary, then it's equal. I think it's an equal rights song. I don't know. It's not like anyone's gonna sue me because, seriously, well, someone might sue me. I'm preparing to go. I'm preparing for this channel and my podcast to explode, just in case it does. Which, it won't. But Oh, good Lord. Oh, Lordy. Today, oh, my Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah, so welcome to Jake Talks. I am Jake, and I am talking. Alright. Anyways, so, a couple things. One, I'll stop talking in a ridiculous accent. Two, I got out of baseball again today because it started raining. So I ended baseball a little bit early, so it's considered, right now it's 4:41, and I'm leaving now, so it won't take, because the traffic thing, Waze says that it won't take that long to, get home. And, so, yeah, it's going to take a lot of time there. So I'm just going to stay practice base, but, sometimes you have a Spanish brochure that you have to do, and yeah. So I told you guys Friday if you didn't listen Friday, I told you guys, I recorded on Friday, and I said that I had this plan that I was going to do, and well, I didn't do it. The reason being is because, well, I mostly, it's all my fault, and I mostly blame myself, but, my plan that I laid out, I didn't actually do. The reason why it took so long is because it took me a while to do the Gov essay, and it would have been better if if I got that done, I would have done the other things, but since I had that on my priority list first, I had that slowed me down. I have to remember that I can't let, it's like taking a multiple choice test. You can't let one question slow you down. So I just gotta work through it, because I had two other things to do. One, I had a speech and a brochure to do, neither of which I did. I barely finished the essay on time. So yeah, I did the essay. That took a long ass time. And I did the speech. I did most of the speech. I wrote a bit yesterday. After I finished yesterday, I was just typing a little bit. And then I got really tired and I went to sleep because I had to do AP Stat homework, which I did. And it was easy. And so I just went to sleep after that because I was just really tired. I was just like, I need to sleep. So I felt kind of like crap today. The speech, I wrote a lot of it during lunch. I wrote half of it, and then I was like, I got a better idea, and it turned okay. It's only supposed to be around 3 minutes. It's supposed to be less than 3 minutes, but I feel like I wrote a pretty good speech. It may have just been a complete impromptu, because we have to write about an honor speech about our high school experience, and I felt like I did okay. I really want to rewrite it. I would really want to rewrite it. I'll try if I have time. But, yeah. So, actually, on Saturday, I spent a whole lot of time doing nothing. Not, nothing as in, watching TV and, things that is kind of, just lazy. But, no, I spent a lot of time, just laying on the couch doing nothing. And it was amazing. it's not, I mean, probably not the most productive way to spend time, but you have to do that from time to time. Literally just do nothing. I mean, I was listening to a bit of music, but then I just turned it off and I was just laying face down. I wasn't sleeping because I wasn't tired. I slept for a long time. On Friday, I went to sleep at like 10:30. I went to sleep at 10:30 and woke up at around 9. So I wasn't tired. I was a little groggy. I was just like, I don't want to do anything. So I took most of the Saturday off, and I feel like it was good personal day. So that's why I don't feel so remorseful that I didn't get anything done, because I would feel remorseful if I spent the entire day watching West Wing. If I spent the entire day watching West Wing, then, I would have regretted it, because, it's not great for the mind and body. But doing nothing, being mindful, clearing your mind, basically meditating, except I don't think. I think that's what meditating is. It's just clearing your mind. But I don't need to do, I just kind of get in a trance, I don't get in a trance, but I just kind of everything just phases, and I'm just staring at something, and it's just so yeah, that's what. But then I spent a lot. I was watching the Super Bowl. I was ready to sleep during the Super Bowl. I mean, even when it was exciting, I was ready to sleep because I was tired. I spent a night. I was reading and analyzing all of the documents, and I was trying to figure it out. But I made a mistake of not going over my notes. Going over the notes that the teacher gave us for it. So I was kind of lost. I would have made an argument, but it would have been wrong because I was I was confused, and I just went to bed confused, and I shouldn't have. I should have done at least maybe an outline. That's another thing I probably should have done, because I did it, and then I just did most of the essay on Sunday morning, and then I did about 2 paragraphs out of, I did 2.5 paragraphs out of 6, and I had some direction for the rest of mine, but just putting it all together was a little bit difficult for me. So yeah, luckily this week we have Wednesday off for some reason. I don't know why, but we do. I don't really mind. It's a day off. It just seems a little weird. But because it's a Wednesday, can they make it a Monday or something? I don't know. Whatever. If I ruled the world. That's a Nas song. I don't really know it. So yeah, and so right now I want to get home because I have to do a Spanish brochure. That's number one. I have to do a couple physics things that I've been putting off. That I have to. I don't have to do it, but I should do it because we have an exam coming up soon, and so Caroline knows what I'm talking about. We have to do. He asked us to do to do some proofs, and which I haven't done. So I would do them, and maybe just study a little bit, because I told you I took Yale, but I gotta bounce back. And so I'm hoping to do it tonight if I have time, or if I'm awake enough. But Wednesday is really the day that I want to spend on physics. I'm planning Wednesday, just go through physics. Because Tuesday night I want to get home, sleep, work all through Tuesday. Well, that's what I want to do. I'm idealizing it, so I don't know if it's gonna happen. But work all through Tuesday. Get home, maybe take a break. Work all through Tuesday night. Oh, one of my proudest moments, and I'll get to that in a moment. But just work all through Tuesday night, and then Wednesday, and then just sleep Wednesday, which might mess up my schedule. But I have a baseball game Wednesday at 6:15. So I'm guessing it's gonna get canceled just because they're predicting rain tomorrow, and I have to say something about phrasing about rain, rainy forecast. So yeah, one of my proudest moments ever in math was our teacher gave us like 80 problems to do over spring break, and I in like 7th grade I was in algebra, and I did them all on the Friday before spring break. So we got home, it was like 80 problems. I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit down and do some of them. I got all 80 problems. It took me like a good 2 to 3 hours. Like I got home at like 3 o'clock and I was done at like either 5 or 6, and it was a long ass time. I was locked in. Although algebra is actually like not too hard, it's when stuff gets hard like calculus and physics that it gets frustrating. Because if I knew how to do it, it wouldn't be difficult, but like I don't. So yeah. So I haven't had too many times like that where I've just been absolutely like crazily locked in. But yeah, that's my goal. That's what I like to do. So I want to talk about phrasing about forecast. It's always funny. It's like, oh, it's supposed to rain tomorrow. No, it's not supposed to rain. It's not supposed to anything. They're predicting rain. It may rain. It's not supposed to rain. There's no reason it should rain. But I mean, forecast whatever. But like, I don't know. That's just is like, it irks me. I'm not even sure irk is a word, but I like using it. Same with like ish. Like I don't use, like, what's that jackass doing? Cocksucker. Yeah, it's not supposed to anything. Unless, because the Earth is not human. There's not supposed to, whatever. You know what I'm saying. I think you know what I'm saying. It's just like, it's not supposed to anything. It may or may not rain. I'm not a meteorologist. I'm not predicting rain because the uneven heating of the Earth's surface by the sun creates weather patterns. So, and they fluctuate. And weather, meteorologists are wrong a lot. Well, not as much, but they can be wrong. So yeah. Oh shit, Taki mushrooms. Why is it slow down? I'm gonna do a Yui. So yeah. Today I had a weird thought. A lot of successful athletes and musicians, but by no means all of them, are religious, and so they like put their faith. They do what they can do, and they put their faith in something that they're gonna do well. So I was like, sorry, people. So I was like, maybe I should start believing in God, but like, I don't. So it's kind of troublesome. It's just like, maybe I should put my faith. Just be like, do what I can and let, a God decide. So, I might start doing that. I might, start putting my faith in everything and being like, praise, except I'm not gonna do it with God or Allah because those people are I'm gonna be like, praise the flying spaghetti monster. That's how I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna be like, flying spaghetti monster, my life is in your hands now. Do what you want. And, maybe that'll be comforting or something. I don't know. It's just a little bit of an experiment. Oh, U-turn. Oh, that's a U-turn. I probably wasted more time. Shiitake mushrooms. Frequently asked questions. Fuck. So yeah, again, yeah, I don't know, just maybe, just my family is not. I mean, my family comes from religious roots. On my dad's side, his father is Italian and very Catholic, and I'm not sure very Catholic, but he's Catholic. And his mother, who was Irish, mostly, and also Catholic. But my dad stopped being Catholic for, I don't know, whatever reason. And then my mom, I know a lot more about my mom's family tree than my dad's family tree, purely because my maternal grandpa is a whack job. He, he's retired. He has a lot of free time. He writes poetry and sends it to us every year. I've never read any of it because he's a whack job. Well, he's not like a whack job, but he's a whack job. He knows how to handle himself, but he's he's a little bit. It's an ugly. The family reunions on my mother's side are just plain ugly. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. Oh, I had tuna for the first time here. At a Subway. I ate tuna. It wasn't good. Luckily, I've had better tuna since then. But my point still stands. The tuna was Ninguna. The tuna was Ninguna. I feel like it's. I gotta talk about Spanish rapping afterwards. Excuse me. Excuse me, por favor. Lo siento, por favor. Pido perdón. So I'm on my mother's side, who went to church every day. It doesn't take me. It was Episcopalian family. My maternal family is Episcopalian. On my maternal grandpa, his grandfather, or something, his grandfather, or just his father. I think it's his grandfather. Moved from Ireland, and he was Catholic and married a Protestant, and so there's a split in my family, and they don't even talk to each other anymore. It's kind of weird. I don't even know who they are. It's a little bit strange, but because sometimes, at least some of my friends, Tommy and I think Sam, I don't know, tell me of their big, expansive families, and among other people. Just be like, oh, but then my family is not big and expensive, partly because Irish Catholic and Protestant divide, and it's just they broke off and never talked to each other again. So yeah, it's strange. So yeah, so that's that. Also, Spanish and rapping. I feel like English is pretty good for rapping. However, I feel like because it's a mix between whether it's Spanish or English is better. Because English is one of the largest languages in the world. There are so many words in the English. I mean, yeah, in any language there's going to be a lot of words, but in the English language, I think you're going to have to fact check me on this one. But it's has the most words of any language, which is crazy. When you think about it, because it's hard to quantify. In my mind, it's hard to quantify, but apparently they do. And it's kind of weird how there's some words out there that have only been used like once ever in the English language. There's a Vsauce episode about that. I might post a link to it if I can find it, or I remember that I mentioned it. Just about like how one word has been used once, it has been in a written publication once in the human history, which is kind of, at least appears to be, which is just kind of strange, honestly. So yeah, because there's so many words, like a lot of words describes a lot of things. But then Spanish, form doesn't matter. Like, also almost all words just end with each other. Like perra and, pequeña and, just because they have to be agreeable. And mochila and, which might be stale rapping just because the endings are kind of redundant. And, like van and pan and can, cantana, and like all the verbs have very, very similar endings. I mean, I guess English, running, jumping, and I guess it's stale. But also because the structure doesn't matter. Because it's a more of a, or more romantic language where, the forms have to agree more than the order. Like in English, this is Jake educates for a little bit, if you didn't know. English, order really matters, which is a little bit hard, which is the main problem when adjusting to Spanish, is that the order in Spanish really doesn't matter at all. There's only a few things in Spanish that really need to go after each other. But if, like, you can say, like, mírame, or me mira, or, just placing crap all over the place. So it's easier, so I guess in rapping, it would be easier to manipulate, the sentence structure to say exactly, what you want, but then it rhymes along with you. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to think of it. Can I think of an example? Meter el pluma en el mochila, whatever. Like en el mochila. No, meterte. No, dame. So dame la mochila dame. Dámelo. I don't know. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head because I'm not terribly good at Spanish. But it's structure really doesn't matter at all in Spanish. Well, I got about 4 minutes left. It's a short podcast. It was a short ride home. It said it would be about 40 minutes, but it was only like 25 minutes. Well, it's only going to be like 25, 26, 28, half an hour. So what else to talk about? Oh, well, my dad left his umbrella at where I live. So I don't know how to phrase that. So I used it today. He hasn't got it back yet, and it's apparently from Home Depot for like $5 or something. It's really cheap, but it doesn't seem sturdy, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna break. And at the top, it has like a little pointer thing, like not like one of those little small ones that pop up. It's like when you open it up, the top has like this like 4-inch long talon that would like kill someone if you were to jab them with it. I think it's just look up an umbrella and you just see that little thing off, and like I like that thing for the really really tall umbrellas, because it's like you could walk kind of classy, just strut along with umbrella and like okay. So if everyone's seen Dancing in the Rain or Singing in the Rain, you know how he's like just doing whatever. That's basically what I'm talking about. Oops, I put on my clicker. That's basically what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about like that thing, and then just using it to stroll around and stuff. Just like, just kind of cool. So yeah, just strutting along, and then just use it like as a cane, like the Monopoly Man, or not, maybe not the Monopoly Man, but Schadenfreude! Alex, tell me what that means, please, because I don't know, even though I keep saying it. It might be a person, Schadenfreude. Alex, if you tell me what that means, that'd be really nice. But yeah. I don't know, languages are really cool. I mean, a lot of things are really cool, but language is also just really cool. Because, like, English is like a mix of a Germanic language and, of Latin and stuff. And, Romantic, so it's kind of a mix. But it's kind of funny because, like, just a little tidbit that I love. I just really enjoy. Is that so like Germanic language? I don't think it was the Gauls. It might be the Gauls too, but or not. Don't listen to me, except for right now. So the Germanic language is like associated with the lower class, and like the Latin language, Romantic language, was associated with the upper class. And so basically that's the reason why we have two different words for animal husbandry. Like you have a different for the livestock, and you have a different name for the meat. Is because it's cow and steak and chicken and poultry and deer and veal and pig and pork and rabbit and mutton. I don't know. I forget all of them, but like the reason for that difference is because the lower class would have to deal with the actual animals, so they would name them in their Germanic language. They would name it, but the upper class had to deal more with meats and the wide variety of meats, so they named them in their Latinic Romantic language. So that's the reason why we have two different names for things. I think it's really cool. Well, it's not like really cool because it's kind of confusing, because like I can't remember the names for rabbit, and that guy looks like it looks like Shug. Spanish teacher, Shug. So yeah, I think it's really cool. Just language. It's interesting. Like Spanish is like Latin words, and then like Arabic words, which is just crazy because the Moors, and you can take a lot. It's interesting. It's not like I don't think I want to study it just because languages are kind of a burden. But I don't think I would mind studying it. I don't know. It's tough for me to decide, what I can want to study, because a lot of things are interesting. Anyways, I pulled into my driveway and I was talking while I was getting on my street. So, what did we learn on the show tonight, Jake? Well, we're learning that it rains a lot. We learned that I like calling people words. I learned that's a pretty quick drive, actually. We learned that I kind of failed, but not really, but, still kind of didn't. My plan didn't go to plan. Also, real quick, I want to shout out to Academic people. You rock. Sam, I want to see you at the lock-in. And feel better, Sam. Give Sam your best wishes. He's sicker than her dog. Oh, my dogs I can hear them yapping. We also learned a couple things. We also learned why meat and livestock are named different things. I really also like the name animal husbandry. I don't know, just animal husbandry, meaning killing and eating animals. What did I talk about? We learned that. Well, we didn't really learn which is easier to rap in, Spanish or English. I really don't know. We learned that the English is one of the biggest languages. I think that's basically it. The light's not on, which makes me happy. Although it's a little bit worrying that I'll see it looming in the distance. So I have a Spanish brochure to do, and well, yeah. I think I'm gonna go sleep too. Anyway, thanks you guys for listening. Stay awesome. I am Jake. I have been talking. This is Jake Talks. Alright, stay awesome, people. You're awesome. And I still need to really come up with a solid outro. I was really going strong there for a minute. Yeah, so stay awesome. Stay awesome, listeners. And thank you guys really for listening. I really appreciate it. I'm just gonna say that again because I really do appreciate it. It's cool to hear your feedback. So yeah. This has been Jake. I've been Jake. No, I'm still Jake. I've been Jake. I'm still Jake. I'm Jake. I have been talking. This is Jake Talks. Thanks for listening, and hope to talk to y'all later. Cheers.